The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to a world that we desire.
Guest, good afternoon. Welcome to Huawei Connect 2020. Huawei 5G AR router enable ultra-high-speed branch interconnection session, and my name is Nancy. And the ultra-high-speed interconnection actually is the key for the remote deployment. And for the digital transformation, is also accelerating all the time. And for your branch network, how can it meet the demands of the 5G era? And we have actually launched the 5G AR series to support the branch interconnection. And you can enjoy the ultra high-speed branch interconnection. And for this session, we are going to introduce to you 5G AR router. How can they help the enterprises to meet the challenges of the branch interconnection transformation in the era of 5G? We also have the cases sharing during the digital transformation. And also we have the Intercom's collaboration with Huawei's project. Next, I would like to invite the Campus Network AR Product Director of Huawei, Cao Dongqiang, to share with us about how 5G AR routers help the enterprises to establish ultra-high-speed branch interconnections. Welcome. Distinguished guests, good afternoon. And it's my great pleasure that on this occasion, I can share with you about Huawei's AR routers solutions. And during my introduction of my products and the solution, actually before my sharing, I would like to share with you about the two major trends in the industry. And now, actually, we are embracing the new technologies, and there are so many new technologies emerging in the industry, and all the new technologies brings us the powers for the digital transformation. And the change of the business models also increases the requirements for the speed of the network. For example, in the finance industry, 85% of the financial industry applications, financial solutions are applications based. And for traditional way, we have counters, but at the counters you have to wait for a long time, and the service is very poor. And so actually their operation is facing many challenges. And right now many of the financial enterprises, they are experiencing transformation. For example, for the smart banks, they have introduced financial capsule, SEM robots, and they also introduced IoT and cloud-based services. And right now they are shifting from the traditional branches to the smart services and the smart models. And during the process, the traffic in their outlets actually is increasing dramatically. And so that means that for the traditional private line, the bandwidth is very low and the cost is also very high. And in front of all the challenges, how can we deal with the situation? And secondly, and for the retail and small shops, in the retail industry, we now have this on-step store as well as robots as a guidance for the retail businesses. All these new applications are emerging in this industry. And for example, for the on-step store, and we can see that it is a mobile store. And for example, you can deliver it to the exhibitions or to the conference or to the revenues. And then for the on-step store, just within one day or just within several hours, it needs to be connected with the network. And also, you need to transmit the real-time data and the check-ins and the payment situation to the cloud. All the data needs to be bursting onto the cloud.
If you look at the traditional shops, they still deploy wired network. This is a low efficiency mode. It takes several days or even a month. So faced with such quick deployment of service, how can small companies cope with such rapid service expansion? I think we all know that 5G is the best solution for enterprises to cope with the surge in traffic and rapid service expansion. And it has also brought to us a lot of changes. 5G smartphone, 5G VR, and 5G live broadcast have all brought to us premium mobile connection services. 5G can also integrate with AI and cloud, as well as other emerging technologies, to be the growth engine of industry digital transformation. And now, with a SIM card, you can also link to 5G router, so we can help with various industries in their connection. For example, the combination of 5G and smart energy, smart cities, smart healthcare will create more opportunities for industry innovation. So in the 5G era, what are the core requirements of enterprises for router? As we summarize, there are three types of requirements. One, 5G ultra broadband access is a basic requirement of enterprise in the 5G era. Inserting a SIM card into the network at any location can help you connect with the network and support multiple industries during their digital transformation. And the second requirement is high-performance service processing. In the 5G era, no matter the service or data processing traffic grows, we can all see that they are growing explosively, and they do need high-performance service processing capability to ensure there's no processing congestion. And there are also high-quality experience requirements for key applications. 5G expands network bandwidth and brings explosive growth of applications such as AI, cloud, IoT, and video. Take campus network at Huawei as an example. There are more than 600 applications. We've been thinking about how we can better balance link resources for different applications such as office, production, IoT, and how can prevent occasional packet loss on wireless network and ensure user experience of key applications. This is why we now have this 5G AR enterprise class 5G router. Let's take a look at the video. So with this video, you can see that with such a small 5G baud card, our router is enabled with 5G. We can quickly provision 5G connectivity. So why is our product competitive? First of all, we have the upstream bandwidth improved by 20% versus industry. We also have 3 times performance that of industry peers, and we also have 5G Sd-Wan. With these 3 advantages, we can help our customer build highly reliable WAN. Next, I would like to provide more details of these 3 advantages and what value we can bring to the customers with them. Let's take a look at the 5G Super Uplink first. In B2C, we're looking for higher download speed. However, 5G has entered various industries. With only downlink bandwidth increase, that's not enough. Therefore, the key is to increase uplink bandwidth. And to meet this requirement, we make some innovation, which is our Super Uplink. It now ranks among Huawei's top 10 innovations. In the previous year, the way we realize it is use TDD, FDD, high and low frequency aggregation with full time slot uplink. This can help us solve the problem of lack of uplink bandwidth. And in the near points of base stations, we can see 20% to 60% uplink rate increase. If we look at the far point, because they are relatively better in preventing interference, so the uplink rate increase can reach 2 to 4 times. So traditional routers use 3 levels of packet forwarding. But in the new era, we have higher requirement for routers. We hope that they can identify applications and provide differentiated service assurance to them. And security should also be realized at the edge. And that means routers need to evolve from a traditional 3-level packet forwarding to a new 4 to 7-level service processing. We have also overlaid different services. For example, when we have multiple applications that need to be processed, we can take care of multiple requirements such as application optimization, route selection, IPsec, application identification, forwarding performance, optimization, etc. The 5G AR new product uses Huawei's innovative CPU plus NP heterogeneous forwarding architecture to replace the traditional CPU-only software forwarding mode. And we also integrate with 5 hardware acceleration engines. So we can effectively increase the processing speed. With Tully's tests, the conclusion is the performance of our 5G AR series can be 3 to 5 times better than that of the industry average. And we can also take a look at how can we ensure experience of key applications. It was quite often the case that earlier such network was used as standby network, but 5G has very high reliability. We are now using it as the active link. When we aggregate wired link and with wireless link, how can we provision and allocate resources? This is an issue. The way we address that is to combine 5G and Sd-Wan. We also use SRv6. We can fully utilize multiple link resources and ensure quality of connection. We can reasonably allocate and steer resources and traffic. With our effective algorithm, we can better bundle wired and wireless links. 5G is wireless technology. It's also subject to interference, and with interference, there might be packet loss. If our major services are on 5G network, and when there's packet loss, the service quality might be impaired. So how can we adjust that? We've applied multiple innovative technology. We have AFCEC that was announced last year. We can ensure with a 20% packet loss rate, there's no video freezing. In addition, we have a multi-transmit and selective receiving technology and TCP acceleration technology that are flexibly combined to ensure 100% experience for key applications. So this is what they look like. With our technology, we've ensured that The whole series of NEC Engine AR6000 support 5G and can meet requirements of our engines in different scenarios. For example, we have AR6300 series, which has 3 times industry performance and dual MPUs and dual power supply for HQ or large branches, and also 3 times industry performance for AR6280 series. AR6140 series is for medium-sized branches, also with high performance and multiple dual power redundancy. AR6121 is used for small and medium-sized branches. With such a portfolio, we are the best choice for 5G. And you can also visit the exhibition area in the first floor of this building to gain your hands-on experience. In April, we've won multiple awards. For example, the Customer's Choice, granted by Gartner in 2020. Such award shows the capability of our product and also their excellence in deployment, O&M, and service support. So our WAN network and Sd-Wan product have been rated very high by customers from finance, carrier network, and also the public service sectors. And the Interrupt Special Prize is the most innovative and technological leading product solution with the high commercial value selected by a very professional jury of authoritative expert and university professors in the industry. And of course, we can also see how great our product is by the following figures. For 2 consecutive years, we've been in the Gartner Challenger Quadrant, and we have the #1 market share for enterprise router in China and #2 for enterprise router worldwide. And very lucky for us, today we have our guests from Haitong Security and also China Intercom. So that's all of my sharing. Thank you. Thank you for your excellent introduction. Please be seated. Just now, Mr. Cao has introduced us to the ultra broadband interconnection. And he has talked about how we can meet the requirement of enterprises in the 5G era. Let's welcome Lu Songhua, Deputy General Manager from the Haitong Security. Please welcome. Hi everyone. I'm Lu Songhua, Deputy General Manager of Haitong Securities Data Center. Welcome to Huawei Connect 2020. So today, we are going to talk about the sharing of Sd-Wan network construction in security sector. I'm honored that I'm invited today by Huawei to share with you our experience in building Sd-Wan and what we've been through in the past year.
And so today my topic is in collaboration with Huawei to build the Sd-Wan network construction in the security sector in the era of 5G. And first of all, well, in this topic, and I actually have one of our old colleagues in the audience, but many new faces here. And so before I share with you, and I would like to have a brief introduction of Haitong Securities. And for Haitong Securities, it was founded in 1988. And so we have been through 32 years of development. And gradually, we have actually built ourselves into a financial service group with the securities business as a core and a broad range of other business, including futures, asset management, private equity investment, alternatives investment, financial leasing, overseas banking. So it is a group. And during the development of Haitong Securities, and actually in the history of the security sectors in China in the past 30 years, and we haven't received any national government investment. And so for me, myself, I am very grateful because I have been working in this company for 22 years, and I have witnessed about the transformation of IT technologies in this sector, so I have a lot of things to share. And after 32 years of development, and currently for our securities and futures brokerage branches, we have 344 in China, and around the globe, we have over 17 million customers around the globe. And we are deeply rooted in Asia Pacific, but we also cover 14 countries and regions by June of this year in terms of total assets. And it has exceeded 680 billion, and number 2 in this industry. And for the assets owned by the parent company, it has already over 130 billion. So this is the current stakeholder of our company. And so for this slide, this is our development strategy of our company. Well, so we put the customer in the center. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategies, we can call it in this way. And so in this strategy, if I want to explain to you in details, it actually means that during the development of our group, we focus on our financial business, investment bank, investment and asset management business. And for our capital intermediary and investment business, they are our supporting business pillars. And in terms of the internationalization, informatization, and group-based business, we also put a lot of effort into these 3 areas. And we also try to enhance the 5 capabilities of our company, for example, including capital and investment management, assets and wealth management, investment banking, underwriting, and sales pricing, as well as international institutional brokerage and sales transaction and online security services. And of course, we need talent, IT, research, and compliance and risk controls support for the enhancement of our capabilities. And we always carry on the mission of developing ourselves into a leading domestic and globally influential Chinese benchmark investment bank. This is the group strategy. Well, we come back to the topic of the ultra-high-speed branch interconnection. Well, in the previous 32 years of development, we have experienced quite a lot. For example, I have already introduced to you that we have 344 outlets. And through the outlets, and we shift from the transaction and settlement centric into service marketing centric business. And in recent years, we are also trying to push forward the transformation 1.0 and the transformation 2.0. And so previously we have back-end pilot projects, and right now we're trying to have a overall rollout of our business. And in our branches, in terms of the infrastructure, we have these 3 major trends, that is cloud-based, intelligent, and unstaffed. And so we can see that in the future, for the smart branches, well, they will focus on the customer's experience as well as immersive experience. And for our branches, counters and the devices at the counters, and I believe that they will be in the form of IoT to provide services for the customers. And all the foundations for the devices actually is the intelligent service applications, intelligent service counters, and intelligent infrastructure, as well as the intelligent management of the network. So actually, during the transformation of the branches, they have a demand regarding the transformation of the network infrastructure. Well, network restructuring will become the foundations of all the transformation, as mentioned above. And for the transformation, we focus on the service security and compliance, unified management, low cost and higher efficiency. And in terms of security and compliance, we need to meet the supervision requirements of the country as well as the private line requirements. And under the unified management, we also need to have a monitoring on the branches. And at the same time, we also need to protect us against the risks that are brought by the network. And we also need to have a unified monitoring of the internet access and e-press routers. And in terms of the network restructuring, we also need to control the flow and reduce the cost at the same time. Mr. Cao mentioned that for the branches in our industry, and they will create pan finance business, and the volume, the amount of video and the radio will also increasing dramatically. And previously, for the private lines, it cost quite a lot of money, and that will become a burden in our business operations. And so that means that we need to have a higher requirements of network restructuring. And I think those aspects, first of all, I would like to have a review of the WAN development in our branches. First of all, we can see that in our branches, and they have been through 3 stages of development in terms of the WAN. And first of all, we have set up our own satellite, and we have 1- and 2-way satellite lines to get access to the stock exchanges. And we provided the basic channels of the settlements for our customers. And so that involved the transmission speed of the satellite as well as latency. And that requirement actually was far from our current requirements. And number 2 is concentration of the business. And for the branches, they actually rent a VPI, private line, MSTP, private line to be connected to the headquarters. And so the headquarters collect our business from the branches, and then the HQ connected with the stock exchanges. And the sub-departments also can share the resources from the HQ. And then we have the fintech. And for the branches, try to have the transformation of the marketing. And we not only offer the settlements business, actually they offered a marketing or sales services for the customers, and we have microfinance services. And so they need to set up their business very quickly. Maybe they just rent a very small room, and then they need to have quickly open the store. And so if they follow the traditional way, well, they establish a VPN and then get access to the upper level business departments. That's the model. And of course, we need to follow the regulatory. We have A-type business departments, B-type and C-type business department. They have their own exclusive private lines for the operation of their business. And that involves the transmission quality and the number of the transmission lines. But in recent years, they are being through the transformation. And so actually, we are trying to balance our technology capabilities. We are not limited to the number of A-type of business departments, and we have separate private lines or move the private lines into different places. And for non-transactional business, and with this, the increase of the amount of the video and the radio. And for 4G or 10G's bandwidth, actually that have a great influence to the bandwidth. And in our business, we have seen that for securities sector, for transactional business, they also have a high requirement of the latency and transmission speed. And so consider all these aspects. Actually, we started our collaboration with Huawei, and we have the pilot project of 5G plus billion Sd-Wan pilot projects. So actually, the collaboration started from 2018. We signed Huawei we signed a strategic cooperation agreement with Huawei, and then we set up the 6+1 joint innovation between Haitong Securities and Huawei. And one of the project is intelligent network. And in the intelligent network project, the first pilot sub-project actually was the first Sd-Wan project built by us and Huawei. Well, it is implemented in our private cloud. And another project actually was the 5G plus Sd-Wan pilot projects. Well, it was started in the July of 2019, and first of all, we started with a solution design. And in October of 2019, we complete controller plus hub side deployment. And at the same year, and we also experienced the transformation of the departments, and around 10 of the departments applied for this type of deployment. And by the end of 2019, then we need to complete the project, otherwise we need to reapply. So we have implemented 5G plus Sd-Wan pilot projects, and by the end of that year, we have actually finished the deployment of these sub-departments. And by January of this year, we have completed the deployment of 20 plus all new branches. And also we have completed the hub side deployment for DR. And so up to now, and this is we have come to the stage of the new type of the main network establishment. And right now, we are in the setting up of the private line plus the network project. Well, looking into the future, I hope that by the fourth quarter of this year, we hope that we can cooperate with Huawei and to implement the backup channel to actually set up the 5G plus Sd-Wan as the backup channel. And also, I hope that we can also set up the pilot project of the network reconstruction for hybrid networking. So this is our layout of the project. And you can see that, for example, here we have the photos of the business departments. They are our branches, and they are the new types of the business department. And through the internet private line, they can quickly actually set up a Sd-Wan connection with headquarters. And so in this way, the headquarters can support the business of the branches. And so we have already experienced the convenience of the project, and through the rollout of the projects, and we have had a very good coordination from the business departments. Well, so I would like to share with you the benefits of the project. First of all, and so this is the dual redundancy of the Sd-Wan controller. And in Shanghai and in Shenzhen data center, we have set up controller node respectively. And so through the node, they can simultaneously support the CPE connection of the branches. And for these two sites, they can also have the heartbeat connection among them too. And for the single site, and we have three computing calculation nodes. And so we have realized the intra-site redundancy of the Sd-Wan controller as well. And so in this way, we can guarantee the highly usability of this project.
I think the second benefit is what is most welcomed by our business department, and our network engineering team also think they benefited a lot from it. However, they still feel uncertain. At the very beginning, the provisioning needs the planning of HQ and dedicated staff for the configuration and also provisioning. But now our HQ colleagues can complete the interface configuration very easily, and we can now use zero-touch provisioning. And by posting the equipment to our affiliations, we just give them 2 photos saying that when port is which one, LAN port is which one, and then by sending the codes via email, they can provision the site. So to start the provisioning of a site, we have reduced the workload of highly professional staff for half a day to just 10 minutes. Just now, I've mentioned how can we complete intelligent steering and with high efficiency QoS. Just now we talk about the characteristics of our industry. In securities, there are many lines that we need to ensure their qualities and latency. So Sd-Wan solution has capability in quick identification and intelligent steering. And they're able to use 5-duplet to quickly define the application needs we have. And by just opening a link, we can realize automatic identification, and we can see frequently used applications like Baidu and others, and we can also define our private services needed in the interface. And with data packet, we can have application-level intelligent steering, and that is a way we identify key applications. And then there will be intelligent traffic steering among our key applications and also our other applications. This kind of switching between links is automated. We can ensure low latency and also high utilization of bandwidth. And our O&M team in the HQ can see site throughput, network quality monitoring parameters in a unified interface. And this kind of construction is deployed from the very beginning, rather than adding new service pieces into the system whenever we add a new service. We also don't need to add too many configuration work to the system to have visibility into all these metrics for monitoring. Just like Mrs. Hao said, we are using exactly the same set of routers. This is why we can very smoothly evolve to 5G plus Sd-Wan architecture. And this is what we are working on, and we are going to realize it soon. We hope that 5G can help us provide a backup link at the very beginning and later give us higher reliability for core services and also help us with the transmission bandwidth and quality of application. So this is Haitong Securities' future 5G plus Sd-Wan network architecture. This is a new architecture which is hybrid. We have the convergence nodes at the provincial level, which are provincial branches here, and we can realize multi-level tenant management. And we have a self-governed hub and spoke. And at the HQ level, we also have a hub and spoke structure. This is the realization of our design objective from the very beginning, that we want to have layered structure. And we can realize similar functions like unified management and exit of internet. And we don't have to go to HQ every time before we dispatch the lower levels. And interaction between provincial branches and other branches can use 5G and their local network, and 5G can be used as a convergent or backup network solution. So some thoughts about what we've been through in the past year. We had some hesitations over it because Sd-Wan is new. I mean, it has only 5 years history, and it was discussed only since 2017. At the very beginning, our network engineers thought that there might not be a fixed standard formulated for Sd-Wan, and they also had concern over increasing high complexity at the HQ. This is one side of the coin, but on the other side, our solution have freed up our branches, and it has the new solution has ensured the reliability and also the efficiency of branches. And we have also been thinking, where are our engineers going to in the Sd-Wan era? We discussed the topic over tea and dinner, and the key word here is changes. 2020 is such a special year, I have to say. The pandemic is still going on, and we are faced with lots of uncertainty in geopolitics. And with so many uncertainties, I do admire Huawei's courage in moving forward when the road ahead is long and arduous. So I salute to Huawei, and I wish all the Huawei employees good luck, and let's create new value together. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Liu, for your sharing. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Just now, Mr. Liu shared their success story about digital transformation. And as we help the customers complete their digital transformation, we cannot realize it without the support of our partners. Let's welcome City Telecom CPC's Data Science and Innovation Deputy Director Zhang Dongdong to share with us their topic on high-quality SD-WAN service for enterprise with 5G AI router. Hi everyone, I'm Zhang Dongdong from China Intercom, and I'm glad that I'm invited here today. This is the Huawei Connect 2020. Connect is a great word. It means openness. It means convergence. And several days ago, I visited a customer who works on new energy battery, and we also talk about the word of connectivity, and he told us they would like to make sure there's intelligence in their data inside the company, and they would also like to realize higher level of collaboration with partners and other entities in the network outside their company. And their office is special. Unlike the offices of professional managers, their offices are quite like the offices of professors. There are lots of geometry there. They would like to see how much energy, how much content they've included in their design. So our discussion was very enlightening. So maybe I need to talk about Citigroup before we talk about City Telecom CPC. And of course, we know that we focus on finance, and we also have construction companies, and we are a subsidiary of it that focus on communication. We are called China Intercom. We have over 20 years of history. Our network now has already extended to over 130 countries and regions worldwide by helping our customers building their network, and that's about connection. We're also working on data intelligence. We hope that with cloud we can help our customers enjoy higher level of data processing capability. Another area is information security. Our equipment have already been sold to over 90 countries and regions to help our customer cope with the challenges brought by security. And of course, to do that, there are also data centers built. We help our customers face their challenges, and we help our customers to upgrade their solution by focusing on resources, by changing from focusing on resources to intelligence. Just now, Mr. Lu also said, in 2020 and also years before, many of our customers are faced with challenges and uncertainties. There are black swans everywhere. Our customers have to connect with more and connect more to collaborate with a brand new ecosystem. They also need to enable online collaboration, and that is true for all services. They also seek higher agility and flexibility. Especially during the pandemic, there are more requirements for Sd-Wan and other connectivity technologies. So many of our customers need new technologies to converge all of the different kinds of network resources to improve efficiency and utilization, to maximize value. And they also would like to enable better connectivity and have higher automation and visibility into their system, because they are faced with highly complex network that do need to collaborate with one another. And they also like to make sure their connectivity can cover their requirements of all different scenarios, because many of their services are migrating into clouds. And these are quite obvious trends as we observe. Huawei's 5G AR routers and Sd-Wan can help address these issues. They have intelligent steering, intelligent O&M, and many new functions in their technologies. At the same time, we find that enterprises also have other concerns over choosing an Sd-Wan deployment. Besides choosing the right solution, they also need to think about the architecture, because now network architecture is more and more complex. SaaS and IaaS need to be considered, multi-cloud collaboration need to be considered, and there are many businesses that they have to deploy on the edge or in the data centers, and that's why they need collaboration across different nodes. And customers have legacy networks and resources. Just now, MSTP, MPS, VPN. There are many different network resources that have used legacy technologies. They must have some platform that can link them together. And how are you going to operate and maintain the network after deployment? Because there are still uncertainties. They might need to scale up their services, and how can they better do their O&M in the future? So these are all key concerns of enterprises over Sd-Wan deployment. And when we work with Huawei, we have emphasized our great support for traditional technologies, and we also focus on building an Sd-Wan service system. We have the capability for quick iteration, and we hope that our synergy can help provide greatest value for the customers and make sure we can serve our customers from beginning to the end.
So actually, we can integrate many resources from network as well as capability of a big data analysis. And so in this regard, we can the customers to think about the architecture design of the complicated structure. In terms of the resources, we mentioned that actually we have many of the deployment in the 5 continents, and we have the backbone network, and the customers can deploy and schedule the resources in the back end. We offer the optimal resources and also no matter it is online, offline, and here around the 30 provinces, we have the field engineers, and so we can help the customers to respond, and we can help them to operate and maintain. And we also have a deep collaboration with Huawei. And for our R&D team and O&M team, we are connected with the teams in the Huawei. Actually, we have the green channel for the collaboration. And in this way, we can have the quick response to the customer's requirement within 1 minute. And also, we can have a pre-treatment as well as the dealing with the situation and in the middle of the case and after the case. And so it is a full service. And we want to offer the experience, the technology, and the support. And so in this way, you can offer the best of the experience for the customers. And in the network, we have our exclusive network. And now in China, we have over 30 Sd-Wan networks. And then we can have a hybrid main network. And also, we have the cloud platforms all over China, and then they can actually get support from the server of the Huawei. And we can have a unified coordination management of our resources. And also in China, we have over 10 of the backup inventories and warehouses. And if you have any issues, and then we can have the on-site response to deal with the situation. On the other hand, we guarantee the after-sales service as well. We have set up a system regarding that. And here we have also the backup and the main network. And if anything happened, then we can have a switching switching functions of the networks, and we can deliver the parts to the site. And if there is something wrong with one of the devices, then we can switch the network, and then we can deliver the parts to on-site, and we can guarantee the best of the experience of the customers. And in terms of FG, and together with the CITIC Telecom CPC, and we integrate the networks around the globe. So in this way, we can have a cross-region coordination, and we can have a wider access. And in terms of the network quality and the latency, we can offer the best of the experience. And we can also guarantee the security and high efficiency operation. And so here, this is one of the user case. And so it is also a finance customer. Well, it is similar to the security company, and they also use MSTP for the interconnection. And also they have their own issues, for example. And how can they achieve a multi-link switching? Now they have the manual switching. It is too complicated. And also for active right now, they cannot guarantee the quality of it. And in terms of scheduling, it is also very complicated because for the headquarters and the professional level branch, through VPN, they achieve the connection. And for the branches, they also connect via VPN. And we use SD-WAN. And as well as our own services, we have upgraded the network. And we have introduced more resources and to achieve coordination in terms of the network. For example, we have introduced a private line and the internet. And so together, they can have a intelligent traffic steering. And we have also achieved a multiple pathway active. And so in this way, it is more flexible and convenient and fast. And so through the cooperation, we enable the customers and we have created values together. And on the way of innovation together with Huawei, we want to explore more possibilities. And so right now we have several directions and for the innovation integration. First of all is 5G and IWG. And together with the CPC, we are going to have a much more integrated connection and development. And for the customers, if the customers wants to have a all region coverage coordination, then we can help with this part. And secondly, currently, for our R&D team, we are also doing AR technology. And for AR technology, and we want to help the field engineer when they go to the field, and they can use the VR technology to enhance their support. And so we also want to bring SDN into this service, no matter you are on site or during the design of the network architecture. We want to improve the efficiency. On the other hand, in terms of the big data and AI, and because right now we're also developing machine learning and AI, and we also cooperate with Huawei regarding that. And we also want to use a scenario in SDN's analysis. And we want to actually make it into an insight brain. We call it ICT brain. And we hope that we not only see the SDN's application state quo, we also want to enable it to analyze the course. So, for example, in terms of the time, we have a congestion today, we have experience issue today, and this is what happened today. And so what happening today is related to what happened last month or last week. And in terms of the region, for example, in Guangdong, we have the issue, and in Shanghai, in Beijing, they have the other issue, whether they are related to each other. And thirdly, in terms of the business, and for application, and what's the connection, what's the relation between the different applications. And so what's the experience of the customers, and what's the relationship between the experience and the application. And also we want it to have the function of a prediction. And so through the neural network calculation, we can predict the network situations within 2 weeks. And so in this way, we can have a very agile prevention of the issues and to optimize the experience of the customers. And so we collaborate with Huawei, and we are doing a lot of things. So in terms of connection, and we need open connection, and we need coordination. And the connection can create more possibilities. So when we imagine the future, we will never disappoint because of the connection. So this is what I want to share with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you. Would you please be seated? And so, dear audience, and so this is the end of this forum. And in the end, I would like to invite the audience online and offline, and please scan the QR code on the screen to fill in the survey to get the gifts. And thank you very much for coming, and thank you for listening. See you next time.